Well, at least the sky isn't broken out here, Alex muttered, squinting up at the endless blue. It stretched pure and unbroken over the countryside, a stark contrast to the jagged, sky-rise sliced heavens of T-City, where he'd spent 2 years chasing a computer science degree. Below, golden fields unfurled, dotted with weathered houses and sliced by a lazy river. Quiet, slow, untouched. In the distance, a bus rumbled closer, kicking up dust behind its tires. Time to say goodbye, he sighed, hoisting his overstuffed luggage onto his shoulder. He glanced back at the rural sprawl, his mind drifting to the day he'd first stumbled into this nowhere place. A year ago, the streetcar line down the main road had been a half-finished dream, rails jutting from gravel, abandoned by some budget cut. He'd hoped to ride it before leaving, a small taste of progress in this molasses-paced land. No chance. He picked a window seat as the bus wheezed to life, its engine growling low. Familiar sights flashed by. Crooked fences, sagging barns, the plant's squat silhouette. Scenes he'd passed 1,000 times. The rhythm tugged him under, memories flickering like a stuttering film reel. Then the radio crackled. Next stop, T-City, jolting him back. In his mind, sky rises loomed, carving that endless sky into sharp, gleaming shards. I'm A, by the way. I grew up in a sleepy little town, too small, too slow, where time seemed to crawl. That pace didn't fit the 21st century, not with new tech spilling out every year. Drones, smart glasses, autopilot taxis. I couldn't keep track, but I swore I wouldn't be left behind. That itch for more drove me to T-City, the country's pulsing core, to one of its top colleges. My first day there felt like a dream. Robots zipped down streets delivering takeout, drones hummed overhead, and smart glass flickered with AI overlays. Everything I needed right at my fingertips. It was shiny, fast, alive. I knew I'd found my place. I wanted to build it, be part of it. Big dreams, bigger skyline. As a small-town kid, I figured success meant grinding. Head down, grades up. 2 years of late nights, caffeine, and code got me a decent GPA. I'd hunch over my laptop, synthwave pulsing through my earbuds, the beats syncing with my keystrokes. But in my 3rd year, the economy crashed. Jobs vanished. Internships evaporated like puddles in the sun. I'd check my email 50 times a day, stomach twisting, half convinced it was hacked when silence stretched on. 13 interviews, 13 rejections hollowed me out. My dorm room turned into a cage, the city's buzz mocking me through the window. Then a "congratulations" header glowed in my inbox. I didn't care what the gig was or where it led. At that moment, all I felt was relief. School could wait, and I'd finally earned something to keep me afloat. Calm came later, and with it, the details. The job was at a manufacturing plant way out in this rural nowhere, a world away from T-City's electric hum. I traded neon for dust, skyscrapers for flat fields. That time's fuzzy now, like a dream I can't quite grab. I remember stepping off the bus, synthwave thumping in my ears, shielding me from the silence. The plant squatted ahead, rust-streaked, groaning, a relic begging for a fix. Workers shuffled like they'd been there forever. I moved like I'd rewrite it all. Vintage, I smirked, eyeing their outdated machines. That night I sketched robotic arms by lamplight, music driving me, until a faint hum, not the beats, not the gears, pricked my skull. I shook it off, cranked the volume. It was nothing, I told myself. But that blur, that haze, it's where the story really starts.